Hey guys, I'm Andrew, and this is my YouTube channel, Smoking with Drew. In this channel, my sous chef Tater and my girlfriend Michaela will learn how to smoke different foods as well as make different sides and desserts and things of that nature. But today, we're going to learn how to clean the Oklahoma Joe cast iron smoker. I've had a couple smokes this year, and it's gotten kind of dirty, and it's time to give it a good cleaning. So I'm going to go put the sous chef up while Michaela introduces herself.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'll be recording, making sides, finding different recipes, and overall just helping him implement it as we learn and record ourselves learning. Here is Andrew.
Okay, so first things first, we got to open up the smoker. And as you guys can see, there's all kinds of carbon and fat deposits on the grate, and we don't want that getting in the food. So what I've done is I've took some cherry Coke in a spray bottle that I use to spray my barbecue when I'm smoking to keep it moist, but today I'm going to use it as a degreaser. So we're going to spray a nice generous portion on the grate. And we're going to take our grill brush and we're going to scrub. I use a Brillo head based scrub brush rather than your traditional bristle brush, because I find that it is too easy for bristles to break off and get in the food, and we don't want to be making people sick. So what I'm doing is I'm just scrubbing all of these fat and carbon deposits off. That way you don't have to worry about burning them off when you're trying to heat up your smoker. You don't want to affect the flavor or anything like that, so I like to clean ahead of time. Hey guys, welcome back. So we got the grate cleaned. All of that nasty fat and carbon deposit is off the grate. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out my
Wood chip box?
Yeah, my chip box. Okay, so all of the chips from my last two cooks have gotten in here and they've burned up, and I don't want to mix different flavors. If, you know, for example, if I smoke with apple chips one day and mesquite chips the next time, I don't want those flavors mixing because they're used for two different things. So we're going to empty the chip box over here. Okay, now that we've got the chip box out of the smoker, I'm going to take this grate out, and I'm actually going to clean it as well. We dumped the box out and got all of the ashes and the chips out of it that have burned up. But I'm also going to take my Brillo pad and knock all the ash off of this grate. That way, every time we put chips in, we get fresh product and fresh flavor. Hey guys, so I told you that we were going to take the chip box out and clean it. I took the grate out and knocked all the ash and stuff off of that. But as I was looking, I noticed that there was a lot of residue on the box itself, dried on ash and things of that nature. So I took a paper towel and knocked off as much of the dried ash and residue as I could. As you can see, it is a messy job, so I wouldn't advise wearing nice clothes when you're going to clean your smoker. Okay, so The grate's cleaned, the chip box is cleaned, all of those parts have been cleaned and wiped down. The next part is to clean out the ashtray down in the bottom of the smoker where all your ashes collect. Now, if you find any chunks of lump coal that are left that didn't burn during your smoke, absolutely reuse those. I reuse mine. That way I don't have to go and buy a big bag of charcoal every time I decide that I'm going to use the smoker. But you do have to get all of the ash out. I've found from previous experience, if you don't clean your ashtray, it stops up your vents and your grill or smoker won't reach temperature. It took me about 3 hours and a phone call to a friend of mine at a barbecue joint to realize that the last time I was cooking. So always make sure you clean out your ashtray.
And just to clarify, it will reach temp. It just won't hold steady like you need it to when you're smoking. It'll drop just because it's not getting enough airflow. And that is your vent hole that will get stopped up if it is not emptied after each smoke.
So I'm thumbing through here on the top. There's some pieces, nice good pieces of charcoal that didn't burn up that can be put in a bag and reused. So I'll just set that aside and pick that up later. I also noticed some residue on the ring that goes around your ashtray. So we'll go ahead and wipe that off as well.